spread. You you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spread. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me?
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the spotlight's on Caleb Farley, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Bengals and the Eagles on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Eagles, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one, and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
Closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And out of bounds finally, but not before getting it way across the 50 inside the 25.
As the excitement continues to swirl after that return, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about keeping that excitement going. Already in scoring position, I've got to take some shots at the end zone right now.
So the Eagles now, they'll be in great position here to start things out. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Prescott. Over the middle, complete to Judy. Touchdown, Eagles. Jerry Judy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Judy. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. Again, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Bengals at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now it's Hines. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
I know a lot of defensive coaches have certain guys on their squad that they look to as drive stoppers, guys who can make big plays, interceptions, knock it free. In this case, they didn't need one. The offense supplied it for them, just dropping the ball.
Yeah, and that was after they were doing so well on this drive through the air. They go to the ground, doesn't work. Prescott now after the fumble recovery. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Calling a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. Made a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one. And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it. And if we do, we got a chance to put points on the board.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 90 yards.
It's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now this throw caught left side. A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Hines again. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Nyheim Hines, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that is 7-play, 80-yard drive. That's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense heading back out as we take a closer look at Austin Eckler. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Well, that's one stuff. We'll see if this defense has another in their back pocket.
And I just wonder on the other side of the ball, do you just challenge the big guys up front? This is short yardage situation. We ought to be able to pick this up. Or do you say to yourself, they are awfully tough. I've got to throw it on this down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. It's caught by Hooper. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
I don't know whether I want to be a fly on the wall or not when they hear the explanation of how he, one of the bigger targets on the field, the tight end could be that wide open and uncovered downfield. Who blew that assignment?
Somebody did.
No doubt about it. There's no way you're not going to account for him.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Prescott now. He's got the connection to Moore. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2. To throw again on second down. Prescott escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Prescott yet again. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
This one taken just inside the 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there in the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Second down and 3, ball on the 7.
Here's Hines. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
As the first half is winding down. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll come out throwing here on first down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pounds, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. The people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now,
and now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On the counter, it's Henry. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Running on first down, Eckler. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Prescott's throw complete there to Moore. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They'll set up a throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hines. And they work this out past the 25. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his second touchdown of the game, his third of the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Prescott to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Up the middle with Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A first down throw for Prescott. On the screen, this is Eckler. A beautiful fake. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy cornerback.
And I think really good defenders can sniff out those screen passes. Just something that they can feel, something that they can sense about how the quarterback drops back or how the linemen are just a little slow to block the oncoming rushers. He read it perfectly, got in there, and made the play.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. And it's caught.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was all capped off by Dak Prescott, keeping it and taking it in on the touchdown run. This one taken just inside the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he's got it up. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. It seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
Not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mark. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And a long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage. But since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
Cold-blooded. Prescott, he'll get this to Eckler. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, Dak's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Open man right side of Smith-Schuster, complete. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover? and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Just a 4-point run that time. And it ends with a Bengals score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Dak Prescott of the offense. Down by 12. A little over 30 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Gets this to Moore, and he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. So it's the Bengals who come away with a win. And it was thanks in part to the man under center and their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really called this defense up, didn't he? Threw for almost 400 yards, had 4 touchdown passes, and when he gets back to the locker room, there's a game ball definitely in his future. I can guarantee you that.
So for Cincinnati, they move to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.